Since his very first day at school, Noah had a label stuck to his forehead. Stupid. It's not that he was actually dumb. It's just that he was different. He spoke slowly. He often gave off-topic answers. He seemed elsewhere, lost in his thoughts. And in a class where kids are already cruel to each other, that was unforgivable. Very quickly, he became the target. They threw paper at his head, tripped him in the hallways, wrote insults on his backpack. But what no one knew was that Noah didn't live under the same conditions as the others. His mom raised 3 kids on her own in a tiny apartment with no hot water and electricity that worked only half the month. Noah often slept on a mattress on the floor next to his 2 younger brothers. He never had snacks in his lunchbox. He never had new shoes. And he never had help with homework. If you're still here, subscribe and like the video. Let's keep going. One day, a teacher caught him sketching a strange engine on a piece of paper. "What are you doing, Noah?" "I'm trying to invent something to heat our home when the power goes out." She raised an eyebrow, then shrugged. "Focus on your lessons. You're already struggling to keep up." That sentence, Noah never forgot it. But still, he kept believing. Every night, after helping his brothers fall asleep, he would sneak out. Destination: the public library, 20 minutes away on foot. There, he stayed until closing time. He read everything he could, books on physics, mechanics, biology. He didn't understand every word. He had to reread pages 3, 4, 5 times. But he kept going. He took notes, he copied diagrams, he sketched. It became an obsession. Middle school didn't get any better. The mockery continued. The others called him the alien because he always asked weird questions like, "If we could make wind power work inside a house, wouldn't we always have light even during a blackout?" Teachers responded with polite smiles. The students, they burst out laughing. One day, an older boy dumped out his backpack in the bathroom. Noah came home in tears. His mom didn't say a word. She simply handed him an old notebook. "If you want to change your life, start by writing down what you truly want." He opened the notebook. On the first page, he wrote in all caps, "I want to invent machines that change the world." He was 13. At 15, while everyone else talked about soccer or TikTok, Noah was building a miniature wind turbine in his bedroom with plastic scraps, broken headphone wires, and a bicycle crank. He didn't show it to anyone until that one day. A flyer appeared on the school bulletin board. Science competition, invention for the future. Noah decided to take a chance. He had nothing to lose. For 3 weeks he worked day and night on his prototype. He slept barely 3 hours a night, missed assignments, got detention. On the day of the contest, he arrived with a dented suitcase full of metal pieces and hand-soldered circuits. On stage, the others had PowerPoint slides, professional diagrams, branded logos. Noah? He had an old cardboard board and a candle. He calmly said, "What you see here is a mini wind turbine I built myself. It can provide 2 hours of light even in places with no electricity. I made it all using recycled materials. If we multiply this by 100, we can light up an entire village." Silence in the room. Then, applause. The judges looked at him with surprise. "You really did this by yourself?" "Yes, and I have more ideas. Lots more." A few days later, Noah got a call. "Hello. We're from a Young Inventors organization. We saw your project. We'd like to meet you." That day, Noah's life changed. He was invited to expos, conferences, and research labs. He met engineers, scientists, and most importantly, a prestigious university offered him a full scholarship to come study. Him, the kid they once called a moron. Him, who used to write notes on cardboard scraps. At 19, Noah published his first scientific paper. At 22, he co-developed an autonomous energy system used in rural hospitals in Africa. At 24, he was invited to speak at the UN. When he returned to his old school to give a talk, some of the teachers didn't even recognize him. Former students? They stood there, speechless. One of them dared to ask, "How did you do it? We all thought you were slow. Weird." Noah smiled. Just because you didn't understand what I was saying doesn't mean I was stupid." He paused, then added, "Genius is sometimes just someone who refuses to give up, no matter what people say." And in the eyes of the kids listening to him that day, he was no longer the poor kid. He was a role model, a hero, a genius. If you liked this story and want more, subscribe and tell me in the comments which country you're watching from. Thank you.